We, the audience, know that Cisco almost was done.
Yeah.
Does that get called back sort of directly with him at any point as we go forward? Does Cisco get any sort of like enlightenment to the fact that he was almost...
That's a very interesting question because we do revisit that timeline in some capacity. I can't say how and I can't say when, but we will, and it will actually be instrumental in the momentum that we build towards solving a mystery that's going on right now in our little Scooby-Doo universe that we're exploring. So yes, that timeline will be revisited in a very cool way.
What was it like dying on set for like an episode?
It was crazy, dude. It was emotional. I was very excited about it. When Andrew first told me about it, it was like weeks before we shot the episode, and he said, "So you're gonna die on this episode." And I was like, "Awesome." Because like, who doesn't want to die on camera? That's like a cool experience. So I was really excited about it. He was very quick to assure me that I would be coming back to life in the next episode. So that was good. I thought I was being fired in some sort of passive aggressive way. No, it was great. And then Tom and I really like sat down with it and worked it out and blocked it and worked out these moments and. Yeah, it turned out beautifully. I mean, Tom is like incredibly supportive and very giving. He gives so much, and he makes sure that everything is okay with everybody, and that everybody's in tune and on the same page. The truth just like it came out. I rationalized this moment as this. He not only feels like this father figure has betrayed him, but this father figure has basically detailed to him that his destiny is to die right then and there at his hands. You know what I mean? In a very indirect way, through his slinking body language and his threat as reverse flash. He's a murderer, So I think Cisco knows, and he has to come to terms with that in the course of minutes. And I think his brain and his emotions just explode. And it's obviously hard to channel that because I've never been in that situation, but you picture everything that you love being taken away from you. That's what happens.
Yeah. I just have a fun question.
What's the fun question?
I love when your character gives nicknames to the heroes and villains, so what nickname would you give yourself? I know it's hard, I'm sorry.
It's a difficult question. I actually get asked that question a lot. And surprisingly, I still don't have an answer. I don't know. It's like Funk Master Lowe's or something like that. I never take myself too serious. So maybe something like that.
Do you think that there's the possibility of romance for Cisco this season?
In general, yes. There will be many romantic escapades in Cisco's life. He's a romantic man. He's a passionate human being. And as such, he's developing courage and bravery in so many different aspects of his life. And that includes his romantic endeavors. So you can definitely expect some trials and tribulations and some adventures in the romantic sphere, but I can't say how or who.
Does Cisco interact with characters on the show that he hasn't spent a lot of time with in the previous episodes, or do you get to spend some time with cast members that are sort of new to you?
Oh yeah, like Rick. I never do scenes with Rick, like ever. There's no reason for me to do scenes with Rick. I've done like 2 tiny scenes with him in ensemble settings. But I love Rick. I love hanging out with Rick. He's the best. So we try to spend as much time, away from work as possible. So, yeah, he's a good guy.
Do you think sometimes that Cisco is too smart for his own good?
No, there's no such thing. There's no such thing. I think he pushes himself to know more and to learn more, not just about his field and engineering and technology, but also about himself. And I think that is what defines him as a hero.
Getting back to Cisco's love life, there's such a strong bond between him and Caitlin. Do you think that could or should ever mutate into something more, or do you prefer them to have sort of a brother-sister dynamic?
I mentioned this in a sort of Facebook Q&A recently, but it's a little too flowers in the attic for me. You know what I mean? It's a bit incestuous.
Okay.
I think, in my personal opinion. So I'd be surprised if the writers took it that way, just because we've always visualized it as a very brother and sister relationship.
How is their relationship going to change when they find out about Harrison Wells from Barry?
Things are going to be tested. All sorts of relationships are going to be tested to the maximum, especially because Caitlin she becomes less inclined to believe that, Harrison Wells could be the reverse flag, So I think she has more of a difficulty catching on and trusting this theory,
So, with the whole Flaro crossover happening, it's actually coming up, I think, in the next week or something. What were some of your favorite scenes shooting with the Arrow cast?
I just loved shooting with Brandon, because in the episode there's definitely some like romancing stuff going on, and we have shared interest in technology and the stuff that we do, and we're both so passionate about it. And I think to a certain degree Cisco looks up to Ray Palmer and the stuff that he does. So I loved being able to channel that with Brandon, and Brandon's like such a jovial and great guy to work with. He's like such a bright personality to have around. So yeah, it was like really nice to be a part of that energy and to shoot those scenes with him.
We've also seen a clip of him crushing on the Black Canary. Is he a big fan of her work? Has he been following her?
I think that's the highlight of his visit to Starling City. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
We have one more question.
Well, obviously the dynamic is going to shift in one shape or form by the time the finale rolls around. Do you guys get anxious, given that you become such a tight-knit off-screen family, about potentially losing like Tom Cavanaugh in the cast if something like that were to happen?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we've grown very attached to each other, and we would hate to lose somebody, a vital part of that core family that we've really developed offset. But if we have to, if something has to happen to service the plot, in Tom Cavanaugh's words, somebody has to shuffle off the coil, for that to happen, then that's all on the writers in the Reverse Flash. Don't put it on me.
We had a great look at Cisco's family life recently. His brother obviously was jealous of his skills.
Yeah.
Do you think that jealousy would be inflamed tremendously if Cisco developed superpowers as well? Would that reawaken all those?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. I'd like to think so. But I think it'd be nice to have Nick come back as Dante. I think that they're gonna have him come back in some capacity, but we don't know how. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how the relationship fares, especially after such a huge pivotal event as the kidnapping with Captain Cold and Heatwave and Lisa Snart. I think that definitely altered their relationship in a fundamental way. So it'd be interesting to see the fallout.
Cool.